Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. got some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hey, drop this.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Looking to throw is Mills. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Seven, our score after 1.
Ready, set.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headline of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets them a first down right there.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A first down throw for Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Another carry for Pierce. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Mills. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Pushes past him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Mills now. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on second and 14. Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play fake, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Give left side for Pierce. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Part
of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mills to throw it. That's caught by Howard. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Lawrence. On the move to his left. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Off the play fake, Mills. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action now, Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They go again with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. He stiff arms him. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mills. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run with Etienne. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Lawrence being chased out left. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
You got bombers. You got bombers. Block it. Block it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Throwing now, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's returnable now for Smith. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Mills back to throw. There again is Cooks, complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. The clock showing just one tick. This for the win. And his kick is good. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Texans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.